Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so today we're going to do another random comics walkthrough. This time we're going to do Mr. Majestic number 2 from 1999, and this is DC Wildstorm. Okay, so this is right when Jim Lee sold Wildstorm Studios. He was publishing it through Image Comics, but he sold all the characters and everything to DC Comics, and I think they offered him an executive position there at DC. So this one was written by Joe Casey and Brian Holguin, and the art is by Ed McGuinness. Okay, so we'll just kind of jump into it here. Oh, just to explain, Mr. Majestic is kind of this character who I believe was created by Jim Lee, and I think the guy who was his writing partner at one point, Brandon Choi, for the Wildcats series. And Mr. Majestic is kind of this sort of Superman type character. He's from another planet. He he has super strength. He can fly. He can shoot laser or energy beams through his eyes or whatever. But he's a lot more cynical, a lot more cold. He comes from like this warrior race and things like that. That's not all that. You don't need to know all that to understand this comic, but that's who he is. He's kind of Jim Lee's Superman archetype, right? So anyway, in this story, got Levi's ad, all right. So it opens somewhere, excuse me, sorry, Santa Barbara, California. We have this old man here, and he's feeling really melancholy. He knows something bad is going to happen. He knows the truth about everything, but he can't bring himself to face it. So he pulls out a revolver and he kills himself. So next we shoot to London, and all of a sudden there are old century Vikings kind of, pillaging and things like that. So Majestic comes in, kind of solves the problem. Here's an ad for NFL Blitz. All right, this is a video game, it looks like. And this is, what is this? Junko? Chris Livingston? I don't know what that is. It's somebody skateboarding. So anyway, Majestic kind of takes care of the problem, right? And then we go to Langley, and this kid here, this young guy here in this wheelchair with all this kind of tech and things, that's kind of Majestic's sidekick. He's just kind of scientific whiz or whatever. And this guy here, I guess, is their kind of government liaison. And he's saying, what's going on here? What can you tell me about the crazy stuff? And they're like, there's some sort of time displacement going on. We have to figure it out. And they go back to their headquarters, which is in the heads of Mount Rushmore. And anyway, like I said, they're just trying to figure out what's happening. And Monster Truck Madness, that's another video game. And Sony portable music player. But okay, so here we go. In France, we're dealing with the Black Plague has come back. Cuba, Cuban Missile Crisis. So there's some Soviet subs there. China, Mongol hordes charge across the plains. And then here in Las Vegas, all of a sudden, Liberace has showed up and he's doing shows again, all right? So here's our hero looking stern. We still don't know exactly what's happening. We know there's a time displacement, and we're not going to be able to do anything until it reaches critical mass. All right. Here's Hiroshima. And all of a sudden, the Enola Gay is flying over, and they're about to drop the atomic bomb again. So Majestic catches the bomb, throws it into the sun. Alright, so we get back here. Whoa, what's going on here? Sorry. Oh, why isn't it stopping? There we go. Sorry about that. Just forget about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so anyway, we're back here. And here are the Arabian Sea. The Red Sea is parting. All right. And the government guy is just freaking out. I've got to tell my bosses something. And you're not giving me anything. With this Star Ocean, the second story. All right. More video hijinks. All right. So at this point, the young guy has kind of figured out what's happening and what's going on. Okay. So then Majestic goes to the schoolyard where this little girl is. Okay. But we find out this little girl is the cause of the time displacement. See, Majestic keeps trying to get close to her, and he's caught in a time loop. And they get out the gizmo to kind of stop whenever she kind of gets emotional. That's what's causing all the weird temporal changes and things like that. And the gizmo, she says, "Where are we? We're nowhere and everywhere." And he's like, "Close your eyes, hold that thought and don't let go. Never let it go," right? And basically, the little girl is the daughter of the scientist. She kind of disappears. And time reverts back to normal. And then now we see somewhere, sometime, she's reunited with her father. And then that's the end of the story here. Okay, what else here? Ad for a DC role-playing game. Editorial stuff. Other Wildstorm comics you can buy. This looks like this is Gen 13 down here. Alright. Wildstorm News. Deathblow, written by Alan Moore, and looks like the artist by Jim Bakey. Deathblow by Blows. I might have tracked that down. I have never read that. I don't even know what this story could possibly be about. It doesn't look like it's the traditional Deathblow that I'm familiar with. So, all right. Ad for Game Boy. And then ad for Next Planet Over. Best place for comics. All right, and neat. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good day.